While we all enjoy watching the Olympics for its triumphant stories and many chiseled swimmers' abs, there are shitty sides to the games. And this year in Rio de Janeiro, there's actual shit. Like, literal shit is in the water. But there is a simple solution. Oh, the Olympics, a great way for a government to spend a ton of money in all the wrong places while further neglecting the population it already underserves. For the 2016 Summer Games that are happening right now, it's Rio that gets the shit out of the stick. And while tons of media attention has been centered around Zika virus, another poop stew has been simmering. An Associated Press investigation found bodies of water in Rio, like Guanabara Bay, to be 1.7 million times worse than what is considered to be dangerous in California. This is because over 2,000 gallons of raw sewage flow into the city's bay through its rivers, not every day, not every hour, every second. The issue is that the formal urban plan city where the higher income people live is connected to the sewage network, where middle income or poor favela communities are either not connected to this network or it's just too densely populated. And when it's so densely populated, all that shit has to go somewhere, so sewage overflows up to 3 times a week and just runs down the street. But even though this is such a big problem and such a health hazard, government officials say because the favelas are too crowded and they're in too difficult to maneuver geographic areas that they can't lay pipes down for proper sanitation. I guess modern construction technology just doesn't exist. I think I hear someone outside the window right now. Activists have been calling for better sanitation services for quite some time, even protesting by sitting on toilets on the beach. That's a sit-in if I ever saw one. These toilet crusaders say the government just doesn't care about improving sanitation in the favelas. Poor people live there, and even poor people's shit, apparently, should be treated differently. Or not treated at all. Brazilian government did show interest in cleaning their shit up while pitching for the games in 2009, pledging $4 billion to clean 80% of the raw sewage that runs into the bay. But they only spent $170 million. That's 4% of the original pledge. There is, though, a relatively simple, cool, and cheap solution. Biodigesters are these cement structures where the dew goes in, sits, and is eaten up by anaerobic bacteria. Forgive me if I'm saying that wrong. And that takes away a lot of what makes the sewage ewage. After the less ew sewage then trickles through these rock and plant pods, it flows directly into the water just like the raw sewage before, except 99% cleaner. While these biodigesters are relatively cheap, costing less than $200,000, they do take up some space in the crowded favelas, which is a barrier. But this sanitation solution has been proved useful in Haiti, parts of Africa, and rural areas in Thailand. Also, it's important while we ponder these solutions that we recognize it isn't Rio that's just a problem. Raw sewage runs into bodies of water here in the United States and in other developing countries as well. Only 14% of people in upper middle income countries have their sewage treated. And these are people that have toilets that they sit on, take a shit, and flush. We all have shit to deal with, and it should be dealt with now. For now, though, activists in Brazil will continue fighting an uphill battle as its economy may be too bogged down and its government too corrupt to invest in sensible sanitation solutions. Let us know what you think about the sanitation issue in Rio, the global sanitation crisis in general, and the potential solution in Rio in the comments below. Deuces.